Hello everybody, my name is Keith Narazinski, co-founder of Quicksilver, and today, June 30th, 2020, I am so excited to do an unboxing of just a little bit of our coins that we will be featuring for our Auto Wealth Delivery program in the month of July. The first coin that we have is the British Britannia. This is a kind of a flagship coin. This is a monster box of 500. It's a beast. And so let's go ahead and crack this open. We've got 4 different coins we're going to be featuring in the month of July, as we've been trying to do every month for the last several months now, to provide variety, if you will, to your collection. And so the Britannia is one of those coins you'll look forward to receiving in the month of July. Looks like these sprung open a little bit. They add some packing material in there to protect the coins during shipping. So just pop that out. And let's go ahead and crack one of these bad boys open. All right. So this is the 2020 Great Britain Britannia. I'm going to go ahead and carefully remove these from the tube. They come in tubes of 25 and boxes of 500. Let me go ahead and set the stack down right over here. Okay. All right. So, as with many coins, the effigy of the Queen Elizabeth II is on the reverse, or obverse, I should say, of the coin. And the Britannia is on the reverse. Let me go ahead and get a nice tight shot of the Britannia. And the Britannia is a mythical figure that represents the strength and power of the British Navy, guarding the seas with her trident in one hand and her shield in the other. And the shield has one of the most popular British symbols, which is the Union Jack, their flag. Her dress blows in the breeze on the open waters as she's defending the shores of Great Britain. So, absolutely phenomenal coin that you'll be receiving throughout the month of July, and it's absolutely phenomenal. So, got a lot of ground to cover here. Let's not waste any time. Let me just kind of set some of these Britannias aside. And so this is box 1 of 6, I believe, that we procured of the Britannia for July. And we're just starting to get the product in. Today, again, is June 30th. The next coin I have, we actually haven't received our first 3 mint cases, but we did have one hanging out of the Canadian maple leaf. So this is another fantastic coin. This is a flagship coin. Britannia is a flagship coin of Great Britain. The maple leaf is a flagship coin of Canada. Now, this coin was first released in 1988, and since then has undergone some dynamic improvements. Again, of course, you have the effigy, again, of Queen Elizabeth on the Canadian coin as well, because they are still part of the royal unit, if you will. However, they are a sovereign country. And so the inscription is on here that says, let me take a closer look, Elizabeth II, $5, 2020, the year on there. These are all going to be 2020 Canadian maple leaves that come out. And this is a 4.9 fine product that comes out of the Royal Canadian Mint. The sugar maple leaf on the reverse side of the coin, as well as some enhanced security features that were just recently introduced in the last few years. It has some radiant lines that come out in the field of the coin that's very difficult to counterfeit. It also has a very small mark in the coin down here, kind of like almost like a maple leaf hologram, and that leaf is the sugar maple. That obviously everyone knows that Canada, their national symbol is the sugar maple leaf. That dates back to being used in Canada to the 17th century by many towns and villages as their moniker, if you will. So absolutely gorgeous coins. 0.9999 fine silver, absolutely stunning. Look forward to receiving these coins throughout the month of July. Okay, now let's move on to our next coin. And that is a coin that we have had on our website for quite some time, called the Leopold. And we were able to procure a lot of these at some exceptional pricing for our Auto Wealth delivery program. We'll talk about price in just a moment for July. And let's go ahead and bust one of these open. Price is going to be the same, and I'll explain why in just a little bit as we finish off reviewing some of these phenomenal coins here. So many of you may have already got yourself some of these Leopolds. These are Austrian coins. The Austrian Mint produces some amazing coins. That mirror finish on there is absolutely stunning. I love these coins. They're so shiny and so forth. Let me go ahead and just set the stack down. These come in tubes of 20, straight from the Austrian Mint, who was, guess what, founded by Duke Leopold. Duke Leopold founded the Austrian Mint. I want to say it was in the 11th century, in 1154, if my memory serves me correct. Anyways, they're celebrating, or they did celebrate in 2019, they celebrated the 825th anniversary of the Austrian Mint, which was founded by Duke Leopold. And so I believe he used money, or silver that is, a whole bunch of silver that I guess was extorted from England for the return of Richard the Lionheart, if history serves me right, and probably something I read recently. All right, and on the obverse of the coin has the Duke Leopold, I believe that is, or I'm not really sure, but it's a guy on a horse carrying a flag. And it has some Austrian or language written on there for its inscriptions. At any rate, the Duke is holding his sword, and it's a absolutely phenomenal coin. These coins, if you Google this coin, you're going to find that they're selling out there for anywhere from 28 to 30. I think I've seen them as high as even 34, 35, $6 on eBay. We have these coins through our Auto Wealth delivery program. We are able this month again to hold our price at $23.97 per coin. Random coins, whether it's the Britannia Maple, the Leopold, and the next coin that I have to show you as well. So let me go ahead and just kind of move some of these aside. All right. Now, what we have is the 2020 Year of the Rat. Rat, ew! I tell you what, these are the only rats I want in my house. Absolutely. These are really neat coins that come out of Australia. We've got a lot of these procured. Just a little sample here to get us started for the first few days of July. And I already went ahead and I opened up one of these. They come in, these coins are very special, so they come from the mint, as do many Australian coins, already in a capsule, a plastic capsule. And if I could find the one, I took one out. They come in kind of shrink wrap, if you will, of little tubes, if you will, of 10. And for packaging, and then when you crack one out, let's start on the obverse of the coin. You have the effigy, of course, of Queen Elizabeth II, and around it, though, this one's really cool because around and around and around the coin in the field lies all of the different lunar animals of the zodiac animals, I should say, of the lunar calendar. So really, really neat there. And then, of course, you have a little mouse, they call it. They call it the Year of the Rat, but they say that that's a mouse on the coin, and he's climbing up of a, I believe it's called the lychee plant. And so that is the Year of the Rat. They say that those born under the sign of the rat are enterprising and smart. So if you were born in the Year of the Rat, that's you. Okay. let me just take a quick look at some of my notes that I had to share with you here today. We talked about price, and it's really interesting for those of you who have been with us for several months now, at least back into February, March or so. If you had been with us during that time when everything kind of went crazy around the world with the COVID-19 and the markets went, absolutely crazy back in mid-March. And during that time, silver, people pulled out of the markets in stock and in their holdings of silver on paper contracts, EFTs and so forth. And so they went and bought physical instead. So you had the stock market decline, you had silver prices plummet to an all-time, well, for a long time low of around $25.25 per ounce. That was the kind of the low at the end of March. I'm just kind of showing you the coins while I'm talking here. And so in April, we saw those prices. So, well, back up. There was a run on the market, right, in precious metals, and the dealers' shelves were cleared off. Chrissy, my business partner and wife, saw the writing on the wall. We've been around this industry for quite some time, over 10 years. And so we knew that there was going to be a run on the market, and we made sure, as you'll recall, having been with us, that we secured some amazing coins for that month and never ran dry. And so the interesting thing is that the market was really low in April, starting out with a low of around $12.25. The average in April increased to around $14.50. That's the silver spot price on the market, kind of like lobster, right? Like fish. For those of you who are new to the precious metals sector, the market price is just like fish on the market. So it fluctuates with supply and demand and investors' concerns and so forth. And, so in April, we saw the average price of silver come up to around, from a low of $12.25 at the end of March, came back up, started recovering up into the mid-14s. But the premiums on coins, because you had all the mines closing down around the world due to the COVID, you had mints closing down, there was a surge, and there was, kind of that run on the market that dried up the markets. And so the premiums on coins, that's the cost that it costs to get the coin over and above its market value. Those premiums spiked to $7 to $9 per coin during that time. Then in May, silver now started really recovering and got back into the 17s. They were around $17.40, I want to say, the average price of silver in the market got to. And yet at the same time, it's kind of like a seesaw, right, where the silver climbed up and the premiums now started to pull back to $6 or $7 from $7 to $9 the month before. Premiums started to decrease from 6 to 7, so that seesaw kind of stayed balanced in terms of price. And that's why in April, our price for our Auto Wealth delivery coins, we were able to lock in at $23.97. Then again in May, because the spot came up but the premiums went down, we were able to hold that price at $23.97. And amazingly, in June, what happened in June? Silver started up into the higher 17s, kind of settled at the mid 17s. And today, actually, silver's on a tear. It's at $18.30, up 33 cents on the day. Last I looked, about an hour ago. And so, really, really interesting that, how the markets seem to have been rolling the last 3 to 4 months. And so, in June, we saw the markets be stable in the mid 17s for most of the month, and the premium started pulling back from what was $6 to $7 in May, came down to around $5 to $6. You can find some, kind of the deals out there, if you will, that might be in the $4 premiums, but 5 to 6 has kind of been all throughout June, throughout the market in the industry. And so that kind of, because now you have silver up at $18.29 just before I shot this video, the premiums down at $5 to $6, our procurement of product and so forth for the month of July, we're able to lock in and hold our price at that great price of $23.97. Now, I say that to say this. These rats go for $33 out there, $28 to $33. Amazing coins, right? The Leopolds are selling for the same, $28 to $33 out in the marketplace. There's only 50,000 of these minted worldwide. Let me check that again. Bear with me. The Year of the Rat had 50,000 made ever. That's right, 50,000 of the rats and 100,000 of the Leopold. I just got my numbers mixed. Okay, so these are going for $28 to $33 in the market. Our auto wealth delivery throughout the month of June, we're going to do everything in our power to maintain that price at $23.97. Exceptional value. You have maple leafs going out there for, you know, anywhere from maybe $23.50 upwards of $26, depending on the vendor or the dealer out in the marketplace. Kind of the same price point with the Britannia. Now, let's talk about the variety. The variety is the spice of life. It is random. There are no promises, no guarantees as to what coin might go out into your auto wealth delivery in the month of July. However, we strive really hard, as I mentioned in last month's unboxing video, and most of you likely saw what I said in June's video. If you want to go back and watch it, what I said in there came to fruition. By and large. There might have been one here or there, but what I'm getting at is whatever we procure the most of is likely what will be sent to someone who's on a one coin auto wealth delivery. So we have the most of the Britannia right now, right? As stuff comes in on different schedules, on different shipments, and different, from different corners of the world. And so depending on what came in, some things came faster than others. We try to time it out to have an equal run at the beginning of the month. But again, for example, I have a box of 500 Britannia sitting here. I have another one in our safe. I have 2 boxes of maple leaves coming tomorrow, whereas today, you know, we only have this. If that maple leaf is delayed, you know, all the one coins tomorrow's orders will likely get a Britannia. Okay, it's just a rule of numbers as to what we have the most of, right? So we have a lot, we have almost an equal mix of Britannias and maples. So if you're on a one coin auto wealth delivery, you're likely to get a maple or a Britannia because that's what we have the most of. That's what we're able to secure. Now, if you're on a 2 coin, you're likely going to receive, because we strive to give that variety, you'll likely receive 1 Britannia and 1 maple leaf, giving you that little bit of variety. And by the way, if you're in the US of A, our shipping of $4.97 is the same whether you're on 1 coin or 2 coins. So you can cut the cost of shipping in half by adding a second coin. Just log into your back office, click on Manage Auto Wealth, and up your 1 coin to 2 coins, pay an extra $24 and same cost for shipping, and get 1 of each. All right. So now, if you're on a 4 coin, you are likely to get 1 maple leaf, 1 Britannia, 1 Year of the Rat, and where's Leopold? There it is, right here, and 1 Leopold. Okay. Simply because of the statistics and the amount of coins we're able to procure and so forth. You know, again, no promises, no guarantees. We do our best to deliver that variety to everyone in these types of, in this type of manner. For example, throughout June, people that were on a 4 coin probably received an owl, a kangaroo, wedge-tail eagle, and the coveted kookaburra with a panda privy that only 8,000 were made in the world. And here you have a coin that only 50,000 were made, and the Leopold with 100,000, the rat with 50,000. And so that's what it looks like when you're on a 4 coin auto wealth delivery. Shipping's only $5.97 domestically here, and each coin $23.97. So under $100, my God, get some variety in your life. It's the spice that keeps you going. All right. So now, a 10 coin auto wealth delivery, what is likely to happen throughout the month, you know, again, no promises, no guarantees. It is random. It really depends on what we have that particular day when our shipping team is going to town on putting together orders. But we instruct to make the very avid attempt. Sometimes we don't like to, but if we know we have a box coming in that's going to provide variety, it's going to come in tomorrow, we might hold orders one day, not 2, not 3, one day if that box is going to be in tomorrow, just to make sure you get some variety in your life. Okay, so a 10 coin is going to look like this. You're going to get very likely 3 Maple Leafs, 3 Britannias, and 2 Leopolds, and I don't have another. Let's see if I can bust a rat out without dropping all these coins. There, rat is out of its trap. So 2 rats, 2 Leopolds, 3 Britannias, 3 Maple Leafs. That's what we're going to strive for. That's what we're going to instruct our shipping team to always try to do. That's how we forecasted and procured our inventory, simply because of the availability of the coins that we're able to get. And that's how we roll here at Quicksilver. So until next time, keep stacking. And oh, by the way, closing comment, when this video goes out tomorrow on July 1st, there will be the page on our website that shows our July Auto Wealth coins will appear, and there's actually a video, one of those 1 minute, 1.5 minute videos for the Britannia, and we have one for the Maple Leaf, not for the Rat or the Leopold, but we at least have 2 out of 4 little videos that kind of give a little bit of detail, basically what I mentioned about the coins myself here during this, sorry if I went a little long-winded video on you. But until next time, Keith Narazinski, co-founder of Quicksilver, signing out. Happy day and keep stacking.